When a person feels that he wants to erupt in a prayer, but something stops him, he is unable to pray from the heart, bottom of his heart.
It's a sign that his desire is probably not yet ripe. Or he should understand that there's a prayer here, a request that has to come out of him in a few steps. You know that everything is made of several things. You may need to explain, you may need to ask. The request has to be complicated, not a simple one. The most simple request is like a baby crying, and that's it. And then the Creator understands that, and that's truly so. But if a person is required, that the request will be an action already, a raising of the man. What does that mean? What's the difference basically between raising a man and getting mad and building a parzuf that comes later as opposed to the previous parzuf? Meaning here a person has to understand where he is, to feel where he's coming to, what he wants to come to, etc. It's not a simple request like in our world. It's a kind of a future parzuf that rises. It only rises as reshimo, but it's a parzuf. It has everything inside, whatever a person can imagine for himself. That's why we're asking, but we don't really get the response yet, because our request is not the correct picture of the next state.
So how do we make it complex?
By actions, only by actions. That I don't know, I cry, I shout, I demand, I beg. I start understanding a bit more out of me being incorporated in the failure, and I start looking at others, etc., like in our life.
Something else. Sometimes a person feels that something bad arises in him. He has something to ask for, but immediately it's taken away from him. He doesn't yet scrutinize it, and it can happen again and again. Just a root of something, and it disappears. What is that? It builds a deficiency. Why does that happen?
I don't know. Keep on going, and you'll find out.
It continues for a long time.
So one should try to change the manners of the work with society, or a bit more to do it on your own. Do more actions. Don't keep on going the exact same way. Try to make changes.